So students, this problem has come for 2016, 18, 19. The details regarding the composition and weekly wage rate of labor engaged in a job for a period of 30 weeks is given below. So we have a standard information and actual information. So there are three types of workers: skilled worker, semi-skilled worker, and unskilled worker. So standard, we have number of workers 75, whereas actual number of workers 70. That means we expected 75 skilled workers, but actually 70 skilled workers have worked. Similarly, in standard, we expected 45 semi-skilled workers, but we got only 30 semi-skilled workers. So we have standard information like that, so for unskilled workers and actual also for unskilled workers. Then we have the wage rate, 60 rupees per hour, 70 rupees per hour, and 30 rupees per hour respectively for the three categories of workers. Similarly, the wage rate, actually we paid 70 rupees per hour, 50 rupees per hour, 20 rupees per hour. So students, they are asking you to calculate labor cost variance, labor rate variance, labor efficiency variance, and labor mix variance. Labor mix variance is applicable when there is a mixture of workers like skilled worker, semi-skilled worker, and unskilled worker. So we have a different types of workers we have. The work is actually completed in 32 weeks. So actually standard is 30 weeks, actual is 32 weeks. So standard wage rate 60 rupee, 40 rupee, 30 rupee is called SR, standard rate. 70 rupee, 50 rupee, 20 rupee is called AR, actual rate. So we have standard rate, we have actual rate, but we don't have standard time and we don't have actual time. How to find? Standard time is 30 weeks. So how do you find standard time for skilled workers? 75 into 30, semi-skilled 45 into 30, unskilled 60 into 30. If you do this process, you will get standard time for types of workers. How do you find actual time for different categories of workers? 70 into 32, 30 into 32, and 80 into 32. As I explained before, we require four information: standard rate, actual rate, standard time, actual time. So here standard time and actual time is not given. So therefore we need to find standard time and actual time. How to find? 75 into 30 and so on, 70 into 32 and so on. So two working notes plus one RST, revised standard time. So totally three items you should calculate: standard time, actual time, and revised standard time. So three items have to be calculated. So in the above problem, standard time and actual time for each category of workers is not given, and then standard time and actual time is calculated first. So first calculate standard time. Skilled 75 into 30 weeks, semi-skilled 45 workers into 30 weeks, semi-skilled 60 into 30 weeks. So we get the standard time of each category of workers. Similarly, calculate the actual time of each categories of workers. Skilled 70 workers into 32 weeks, semi-skilled 30 into 32 weeks, unskilled 80 into 32 weeks. So we require 2240 weeks, 960 weeks, 2560 weeks. These are the actual time. So total actual time of all the three, 5760. Total standard time of all the three, we get 5400. So we calculated two working notes. The next working note you need to calculate is revised standard time. So next you need to calculate RST, calculation of revised standard time. Revised standard time is equal to standard time for each group, that is for each category. Semi-skilled separate, semi-skilled separate, unskilled separate. So standard time for each group divided by total standard time into total actual time. This is the formula to calculate RST. So skilled is equal to 2250 is the total standard time of skilled divided by 5400 total standard time of skilled, semi-skilled, unskilled into total actual time 5760. So 5400 and 5760 is already found in the previous slide. So you get RST for skilled 2400, semi-skilled. The semi-skilled standard time is 1350 divided by total standard time into total actual time. You get 1440. Unskilled RST 1800 standard time divided by 5400 into 5760, you get 1920. So apply the formula, students. LCV, labor cost variance, standard time into standard rate minus actual time into actual rate. The standard time of skilled 2250, which we found in the previous slide, into 60 minus 2240 is the actual time of skilled into 70. So you get 21,800 adverse. Similarly, students, semi-skilled, if you apply the formula, you get 6,000 favorable. Next, unskilled, you get 2,800 favorable. So apply the labor rate variance formula, standard rate minus actual rate into actual time. Skilled, you get minus 22,400. Semi-skilled, you get minus 9,600. Unskilled, you get minus 25,600. Sorry, students, plus 25,600. Apply the labor efficiency formula, standard time minus actual time into standard rate. Skilled, you get plus 600, semi-skilled plus 15,600. Okay, students. Then unskilled, you get 22,800 adverse. Next, labor mix variance, students. RST minus AT into SR. Substitute the values, you get 9,600 favorable, 19,200 favorable, and 19,200 adverse for unskilled workers. So students, this is the 8th problem. The standard time allowed in a factory is 8,000 hours. So it's called ST. The standard wage rate is 9 rupee per hour. So it's called SR. During a month, 50 workers were employed for 25 days and a worker works for 7 days, 7 hours a day. So 50 workers into 25 days into 7 hours per day. If you multiply this, you get total standard time, sorry, total actual time. 50 workers into 25 days into 7 hours, you get actual time. And total wage bill amounted to rupees 87,500. So 87,500 is a total actual bill. There was a stoppage of work because of power failure for 100 hours. So this is called ideal time. Ideal time means the workers have not worked, simply they were staying quiet because there were power failure. So this will help us to find the ideal time variance. So calculate LCV, LRV, LEV and ideal time variance. So students, 8,000 hours is called ST, 9 rupee is called SR. So ST is missing, AR is missing and AT is missing. I repeat, 8,000 hours is called standard time, 9 rupees is called standard rate. Actual rate is missing, actual time is missing. First find out actual time. How to find actual time? 50 workers into 25 days into 7 hours a day. You get actual time. After that, later you can able to find actual rate. So actual time is equal to 50 workers into 25 days into 7 hours. You get 8,750 hours. So calculate AR. So 8,750 hours is called actual time. For 8,750 hours, it is 87,500 rupees. For 1 hour, it is 10 rupees. So apply labor cost variance formula. You get minus 15,500. Labor rate variance 8,750 adverse. Labor efficiency variance minus 6,750. Ideal time formula, ideal time into standard rate. It's 100 into 9, you get 900.